Anniston's building business is booming.
There is no end in sight to the dry and warm weather across East Alabama. And coming up in sports, a Calhoun County High School football stadium will have a new name. We'll have all that and more coming up as EAN Local News starts now.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by WM Grocery, located in Heflin, Wadowee, Roanoke, and in Piedmont.
Good evening, and thank you for watching East Alabama Now Local News for Wednesday, September 27th, 2023. I'm Katie Edwards.
And I'm Mike Stedham.
A recent study shows that new construction in Anniston during fiscal year 2023 had an economic impact of $61.9 million on the area economy. That figure comes from JSU's Center for Economic Development and Business Research, which estimated the total dollars, jobs, and household income generated by the new activity. Anniston had earlier reported issuing $41.1 million worth of commercial and residential construction contracts in 2023, the highest amount since at least 2015. The JSU study also estimates that this economic impact led to the creation of approximately 503 new jobs in Anniston in 2023. Other findings from the report show that Anniston's residential construction contracts totaled over $8.8 million this year, and commercial construction contracts totaled over $32.2 million.
The Army Reserve Training Center at Fort McClellan has renamed Pelham Range to honor the late Major General Mary Elizabeth Betty Clark, a former commander of Fort McClellan and the first woman to become a Major General in the United States Army. The facility will now be called Clark Range Complex at the Army Reserve Training Center. Among her accomplishments, Major General Clark was named commander of the Women's Army Corps Center and the school at Fort McClellan back in 1972. In 1978, she was promoted to Major General and became the first and only woman to command Fort McClellan. She retired in 1981 after 36 years of service.
When we come back, we'll tell you about the latest developments around the Buckhorn subdivision in Weaver.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Waldrop Manufacturing, metal buildings made right here in Calhoun County.
Buckhorn residents may soon be getting a new neighbor. A 12-acre plot of land located just next door to the popular Weaver subdivision was listed for $175,000 this week. It's being sold by the Amy Angel team based in Jacksonville. The listing for the property states that the land has already been prepared with a building spot, which would overlook Angle Lake, a small spring-fed body of water that is now owned by the city of Weaver and is located alongside one of the entry points for the subdivision. The listing also notes that there are, quote, a couple of other nice building spots on the property, end quote. It does not specify whether the land is appropriate for subdivision development, but specifies that the land features a creek and that it is within walking distance of a park and grocery store, which have served Buckhorn subdivision residents. Buckhorn is in Weaver with access points on the Jacksonville-Alexandria Highway. It's about 2 miles south of Jacksonville and 3 miles from Weaver City Hall. A search of the Calhoun County Parcel Center did not return any information about the property for the address on the listing. When we come back, it's homecoming week in Heflin.
For metal buildings in Alabama and the Southeast, Waldrop Manufacturing is your one-stop source. A Waldrop metal building provides the coverage and protection your investments need. They specialize in carports, RV covers, portable buildings, and storage buildings. Stop paying rent for storage. With Waldrop's price per foot, you can actually save money by buying straight from the manufacturer. Waldrop buildings are guaranteed because Waldrop manufactures buildings with U.S. steel right here in Calhoun County. Waldrop Manufacturing, serving the entire Southeast. Give them a call today. This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Oxford Lumber. Come visit any of our locations in Oxford, Jacksonville, Talladega, and Roanoke.
The Cleveland County High School Homecoming Parade will go up Ross Street in downtown Heflin on Thursday night, starting at 6 p.m. Parade lineup starts at 5:30 and all floats will enter Ross Street at the Cleveland County Nursing Home. The parade will start at Mount Cheaha Dental and follow the same route as the Christmas parade through the town and will turn down Evans Street. For any questions, please contact City Hall at 256-463-2290, extension 0.
Well, the dry weather looks like it's going to be with us for a while.
Yes, it does. And again, it was one of those days, especially in the morning, I thought, okay, here it comes. The rain is coming, but I don't think so.
I was not in the 1/3 of the area to get rain today myself, so I don't know where it did rain or not. But let's ask John Holder in the EAN Weather Center what the forecast is coming up.
Mike and Katie, it's more the same across East Alabama. Dry weather, warm weather, no rainfall in sight for the foreseeable future. We'll have the complete forecast details next.
For over 60 years, Oxford Lumber has been servicing our area, and our customer service has always been our main focus. Our customer service is what sets us apart from anyone else. From the moment you enter, our highly trained staff will treat you like family.
To enthusiastically provide total customer satisfaction within a positive and self-fulfilling employee relations environment. Visit us at any of our 4 locations or at oxfordlumber.com.
Not quite as warm today across East Alabama. We had a lot of cloud cover across the region. That held temperatures down. Still above average, 83 for the high today, but those high temperatures are about to creep upwards. Very warm this morning with the cloud cover again in place. 66 for the low. Record high temperature 97. The record low temperature 42. And you see the sunrise and sunset times for tonight and your Thursday morning. Weather on your street on a Wednesday night. Going to take you out to Hinton Drive at Oxford off Friendship Road. Fair skies tonight, a mix of clouds and stars out there. 62 for the low again. More of the same. A very calm and peaceful evening all across East Alabama. Taking you into your Thursday, Angel Drive in Pleasant Valley. Beautiful drive out there that connects Pleasant Valley over with Highway 204 in the Angel area. Mostly sunny skies tomorrow. The high temperature 84 degrees. And again, no rain in the forecast in Pleasant Valley or the rest of Calhoun and Cleveland counties coming up on your Thursday. And for the start of the weekend coming up on Friday into the early part of Saturday, no changes. That's the theme. Pottery Branch Road out in Nances Creek in eastern Calhoun County. 80s and 60s. 80s for highs, 60s for lows. That is the forecast for the foreseeable future. No changes coming whatsoever. Plenty of sunshine and dry weather. And you'll see that reflected in our 7-day forecast. We do not have any rainfall coming, a 0% chance of rain for the next 7 days. We're about to start talking about drought conditions, believe it or not. Coming up, we've been ahead on rainfall of the year, but that is rapidly deteriorating. We're losing rainfall every day, and that means that we're going to be in a drought situation very soon across East Alabama. Highs will remain in the 80s. As a matter of fact, some upper 80s coming as we get into the weekend. You see some 86 and 87 degree temperatures. That's above normal for this time of year. As we flip the calendar over this weekend from September to October, temperatures will be way above average. Nighttime lows about where they should be for this time of year. But the big theme and the big story is no rainfall coming anytime soon. And that is not just for the next week. That's for the next 6 to 10 days. We take a look at October 2nd through the 6th, taking us all the way out to about 10 days or so. And you see that the percentage of rainfall precipitation is going to be well below normal for most of the eastern side of the United States, way below normal up here in the Great Lakes area, that even for most of Alabama, the rainfall chances looking out for about 10 days or so, looking very meek. As a matter of fact, we don't think we may see any widespread rainfall for at least 2 more weeks across East Alabama. That is not good news as far as the weather goes, but we'll keep watching the forecast, hoping for some rain coming up in the next several days. Coming up next in sports, we're going to talk about a high school football stadium in Calhoun County that will have a new name very soon.
Ted's Floors and Beyond is excited to introduce our all-new outdoor living collection. Have you ever dreamed of elevating or even creating an outdoor living space, whether it be for grilling, lounging, playing, entertaining, or just winding down? Our quality tile and stone, combined with our expert craftsmanship, will no doubt create unforgettable outdoor moments with family and friends, while also enhancing the beauty and value of your home. Call us today.
John Holder back with you with EAN Sports. The Calhoun County Board of Education has approved the naming of a stadium in the county school system. Roy C. Owens Field in Ohatchee will remain Roy C. Owens Field, but the stadium will now be known as Reagan Clark Stadium, named after the longtime Ohatchee head football coach and a member of the Calhoun County Sports Hall of Fame. The dedication ceremony will take place next Friday night, October 6th at 6:30, right before kickoff of the Ohatchee and Geraldine game. Speaking of the Ohatchee Indians, a huge Calhoun County matchup coming up this week at Roy C. Owens Field on the Creek Bank at Ohatchee as Ohatchee takes on Jacksonville. Earlier in the week, we heard from Jacksonville head coach Clint Smith about the game. Now we're going to get the Ohatchee perspective from the head coach of the Indians, Chris Finley.
So, this time we got a big non-region game against Jacksonville. It'll be a fun game. It'll be a good challenge. They're a solid 4A team. I think ranked 6th or 7th in the state in 4A. It'll be a good test to tell us, where we are this year and where we are right now. The key word I think about when I think about Jacksonville is athleticism. You watch them on film and they've got athletes all over the field. Offensively they got Jim Ogle, running the show, and that's as good of a quarterback. It's probably the best quarterback that we've ever had to prepare for since I've been here at Ohatchee. And then he's got weapons all over the place, that he can use on offense. And then you watch the defense, and they've got 11 guys that can really run the football. It's an athletic group. It's a physical group. They're really physical as well. But that's really the key word I think about when I think about them is athleticism and explosiveness and things like that. But we really look forward to it. We hope it's a good test. Both of us obviously hope that we come out of it healthy and having gained some experience and stuff like that. So to coming back to finish the rest of the region.
More big news involving Calhoun County High School football coming out of last Friday's forfeit loss by White Plains against Anniston. Not only did the loss cost the Wildcats the game, but has also cost White Plains a chance at making the Class 4A state playoffs. The Alabama High School Athletic Association yesterday releasing this statement saying that schools must play all other participating schools in its region to qualify for the championship program. If a school in a given region fails to qualify for the playoff program, a game with that school will be treated as a non-region game. The first 4 places in each region will be determined by the won-loss percentage against qualified region opponents. That means all games versus White Plains this season will be considered non-region games by its region opponents and will not count in the Class 4A Region 4 standings. So in essence, in Class 4A Region 4, there are only 6 teams now vying for those 4 playoff spots instead of 7. That's EAN Sports. Now back to Mike and Katie.
Thanks for the updates, John, and thank you for watching today.
You can find us here online every weekday on either Facebook or YouTube, and now on our website, eastalabamanow.com. Just go to our video feed and watch us whenever it's convenient for you.
And we'll see you back here Thursday for your news on your schedule.